Let's head down to Tasmania now and catch up with the One Nation founder and leader, Pauline Hanson. Pauline, good to talk to you. Hey, let's start off with such a depressing outlook for this country, I reckon. Let's start off with some good news, a little human interest story. There have been lots of dynasties in Australian politics over the years, but it's pretty impressive to see you down there in the past day or so campaigning with your daughter, trying to get Ellie Hanson into the Senate representing Tasmania. How does that feel?
Tasmania. It feels absolutely fantastic. She's been well received, Chris. We've moved from to the top of the state today. We're at the moment. We were in Hobart last night, had a meeting in Hobart, well attended, people really enthusiastic and really getting behind her and supporting her. The election feels different this time than last time with the election. There's a lot more groundswell support we're getting from community leaders, from people who are business people. They really want to get behind Lee, and they want to see her elected in Tasmania because they like the way she comes across, what she's got to say, but also we put out our policies in February. The people have had a chance to look at our policies and they're saying, yes, you are prepared to do something for Australia. We can reduce the budget by $90 billion a year and put $40 billion back into the pockets of Australians. So we put out decent common sense policies.
Now, you're always going to spruik One Nation, and why shouldn't you? And One Nation's played an important role in state and federal politics now for more than 20 years. So let's talk about the other minor parties, people like the Trumpet of Patriots, the Libertarians and the Teals, all chipping away at the coalition vote. Do you worry that this is the end of right of centre governance in this country, or do you just think that the coalition parties are copping their just desserts?
Well, I think these, the coalition government, this is what I'm hearing, Chris, is that people aren't happy with the leadership. And, you know, I'm all for Peter Dutton being the next Prime Minister. We need to get rid of the Labor, Greens, Teal government because this country will absolutely be destroyed if they get another 3 years in. But that's where we're advising people to vote One Nation number one and then put, you know, your minor parties if you want to after that, but they'll drop out. But the vote will go to the Libs if we don't get up and win that seat. And it's most important in the Senate, Chris. We have to have us in the Senate where we can actually keep an eye on whoever is government so that there is accountability. We question the legislation, we make amendments to the legislation, and people are not happy with the coalition and some of the moderates that are in the party because they're getting away from the conservative values and they're not happy with it. And that's why they're looking at One Nation to vote in this next election.
I just want to remind you of something that Jacinta Price said in Perth last week. Have a look.
I'm so proud to be able to stand beside and to ensure that we can make Australia great again.
Now, as you know, because that's a Trumpian phrase, make America great again, making Australia great again apparently is a furphy, and so all that brilliant, actually, media performance by Jacinta Price on that day was draw fire from the left and Labor that she's just she's Trumpian and the Liberals are Trump. Interestingly, you're not so squeamish on these things. Here's your social media post.
Jacinta Price, in a press conference, came out and said, make Australia great again. Her fearless leader, David Littleproud, leader of the National Party, in an interview said, oh my God, it was a slip of the tongue. What? Give me a break. I will scream it from the rooftops. Make Australia great again.
Hilarious. I don't know whether we've got it in here, but Johannes Leek did a fantastic cartoon for The Australian where he had Anthony Albanese saying, well, listen to my promise, I will never make Australia great again. You must understand, though, why that Trumpian link is damaging for the coalition, right? It's kind of a hard right link that can scare off Middle Australia.
Oh, what a load of rubbish, Chris. It is not. People out there are saying, I wish our leaders would be more like Trump. You know, what has he done? He's come out and said he's protecting his industries, manufacturing, and he wants to rebuild the country. He wants to get people in the workforce. And he's also come out and says there's only two sexes, male and female. What's wrong with that? It's not about, following Trump. It's about make Australia great again. I
gotta say, I totally agree with her here. There's so many people I know that are like, oh, the people who support Trump are scaring off the Liberal voters. No, it's not that. It's literally not that at all. It's people want that. Like, if you look at the comment sections of any major platform, there's thousands of comments saying, we want more Trump-style stuff here in Australia. Australia's cooked. Australia's literally cooked if we don't sort it out. Like, we need some sort of massive refresh. In Australia, it's its bowls again. It's literally pussified itself so much.
So travel this country, Chris, people are in dire straits. We've got families living in cars, the homeless that it's happened. They can't get the health care they want to. We haven't got the doctors. They can't, high immigration. People are struggling. We've seen 30,000 businesses go under, industries and manufacturing going overseas, high electricity costs, pensioners in doing it tough, as families are. What is wrong with saying, make Australia great again? And I'll call on all my fellow Australians, say it, be proud to say it. And I'll keep saying it. I'm not going to be, again, coward, kowtowing to these media outlets, or the ABC, or the Labor Party, who want to say something. I'll say what I feel. And I always have done, Chris, and I'm not backing away from anything.
Yeah. You can't give in to them, otherwise they control everything you say and think. Thanks for joining us, Pauline. I appreciate it. Pauline Hanson, they're down in Tasmania.
You just tried to do that,
the other MAGA slogan people are going with, that is make Albanese go away again. But there's nothing wrong with making our country great. I wouldn't mind it being as great as it was just about 15 years ago.